Good morning. This is James Minnick, the North Carolina DWI guy. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what a 30-day civil revocation involves. Typically, anybody that is charged with impaired driving offense where a BAC breath alcohol concentration is 0.08 or greater, or there is a refusal that occurs to perform a breath or blood test, that refusal or 0.08 or greater breath outcome will result in a 30-day civil revocation of a person's driver's license. So basically 30 days from the date that revocation is entered, which is typically the date of the offense, that person will not be able to drive for 30 days. It is possible to do a limited driving privilege that will allow you to drive for work and household purposes, to school, during the final 20 days of that initial 30-day civil revocation. We have a separate video on that subject, but again, the basic premise of the 30-day civil revocation is there's no driving unless otherwise privileged to do so for 30 days, and it's absolutely no driving for 10. One thing that happens when somebody is charged with a DWI and there is either indication from the officer that there is some sort of illicit substance, legal substance other than alcohol is involved, is oftentimes there's a blood test, even where there's not a refusal to perform a breath test, or maybe a breath test comes back negative and an officer tries to get a warrant to get blood. Basically what will happen is that there will not be a revocation for 30 days, a 30-day civil revocation, unless the blood comes back later and does indicate that there is alcohol of 0.08 or above greater, and that will very likely not be for a long time down the road. So if it's a drug-related impaired driving offense, then typically this 30-day civil revocation is not going to attach unless there was a refusal. If there's questions about your particular case at any time, feel free to give us a call. We'd be more than happy to talk with you about your driving privileges as they relate to your DWI charge, as well as the criminal side of the DWI.